Welcome everyone to another starter deck unboxing video. This time around we are taking a look at another starter deck known as Saber Force, which this one I'm not going to say it's like a downright old product, but it's definitely not one of the newer ones. It was basically around the Pendulum era, around the introduction portion of that part. But if we take a look at this, we will actually see that a lot of the monsters in here, well, first of all, being a starter deck, a lot of them are kind of bad actually, more like introductory level kind of monsters and even spells and traps. But this deck is actually very similar to another one known as I think it's Dark Legion, I believe that's what it's called. And they're both extremely similar, at least in terms of spells and traps with the lineup. The monsters is actually a little bit differently, that's the only part that's different, but the next one I'm going to be doing is going to be Dark Legion, where we can essentially compare the cards from one to another. So when it comes to this one, the one I currently have here is first edition, as you can clearly see. So let's go ahead and open it up. On the back, it actually says it has 35 commons, 5 shatter foil, 1 secret, and 1 beginning. Yeah, okay. So basically a total of 41 different cards, and that's kind of the, you know, I guess I can say the default when it comes to these different decks here, that the average does actually seem to be approximately 41. Usually they're generous with giving you bonus cards, but what's cool is that a few decks, specifically like the, you know, like the Kaiba and Yu-Gi Reloaded ones, the starter decks, actually grant you more. The speed duel cards also give you more than general as well. If you are a fan of speed dueling, of course, and you actually bought those products. So yeah. Alright, so let's see here. This is already empty. That's it for the box right there. So we are going to go ahead and remove this, but I will save that for last. So that's gone right there. Here is the beginner's guide, as always. Oh my god, also this is so like tiny in terms of like I haven't really shown this, but like these beginner's guides are really thin. How can you explain all of Yu-Gi-Oh in one little, I don't know. It's a very technical game, you know, a lot of rules, very specific. Anyway, if I go here and open this up, you will see this this playmat. As you can see, pretty much all of these decks come with one of these. This one says Saber Force on the side. Not that anybody will actually ever use this here. As you can see, this is actually it's showing the pendulum zones there and then over here as well, because this is during the pendulum before the Master Rule 4. So that's why that's like that. And now it's time for the actual cards themselves, which are right here. So let's go ahead and open this up now. What I was saying before, these in particular, despite them being during this era, I don't think they had a lot of pendulums. I might be wrong about that, but let's actually go ahead and see. I hope I'm wrong. Also, these are actually kind of like bent with the foilness, as you can see, going forward. So, Alright, because some foils do that, of course. So we're going to start off with Odd Eyes Sabre Dragon. So we've already gotten the Odd Eyes Pendulum and Odd Eyes regular dragon, but now we have the Sabre Dragon. This one is actually a little bit stronger in terms of stats. It's a light, level 7, but it's 2800 attack. And it says, if this card is in your hand, you contribute 1 light monster and 1 Odd Eyes Dragon from your hand deck or your side of the field to the graveyard. And if you do, you can special summon this card. When this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can destroy a monster opponent controls. Honestly, pretty good. You know, essentially you can special summon it by tributing a light and then Odd Eyes from either your hand deck or your side of the field. Mostly from your deck you would want to do it. So that's kind of cool. So that's Odd Eyes Sabre Dragon, as you can see. That's cool. Okay, so now we got some shatter foils. And this is a rarity that's a little bit more on the rarer side in terms of what products actually have them. But this one here, as you can kind of see, if I just like move it around, you can actually see the shatter foilness. It's supposed to look like literally what the name says, shattered, like it's shattered in pieces. You can sort of see that, yeah. And this is Odd Eyes Dragon, which I've actually already showcased in another video. I believe it was Yuya? Was the starter deck Yuya? I might be wrong about that. It's another one actually. But yeah, so that's right there is Odd Eyes Dragon. The next shatter foil is Dark Hole. Of course, this one is, I mean, I've gotten so many different versions of this, like, you know, an ultra rare here, super rare there, and now a shatter foil. So, I mean, I guess it's always cool to have a shatter foil. And then we got Smashing Ground. Look at that. Another shatter foil. I don't know why they chose to make this one a shatter foil out of all cards, but alright. Then they give you a Shatterfoil Mirror Force as well. Always cool to have that one. Alright. And lastly, a Shatterfoil Magic Cylinder. Not the best card to be Shatterfoil, but okay. Do you see how bent these are? Do you see that? Like, my gosh. So there for those. Moving on to the commons now. So we're going to start off with Sabre Dragon, 2000 attack Beatstick. That's basically the second 2000 attack monster after Gene Warp Werewolf that ever came out. They actually give you two of these. And they give you a Mystical Elf, actually two Mystical Elves, and that is it for the vanillas. Essentially, 4 cards, 2 and 2, so that's that. Next up is a Kaiser Glider. Kaiser Glider, level 6, pretty good one, as you might remember. Then you get 2 Saber Dragons, and then there's a Herald of Creation, which is 2. You get 2 Blade Knights, Mirage Dragon, 2 Mahavilos, 2 Ducker Mobile Cannons, 2 Skell Angels, and a Calculator. So, in case you couldn't already tell, one of the big themes about this deck here, which some people might like it and some might not, is the fact that they essentially give you 2 of a lot of these. So there's 2 Cybers, there's 2 Herald of Creation, you know, 2 Blade Knights. They give you only 1 each of these over here, 1 Mirage Dragon. They give you 2 Mahavilos. They give you 2 Ducker Mobile Cannons, 2 Skell Angels, and then 1 Calculator. So as you can see, they give you a bunch of these, plus 2 of each of these of the vanillas as well. When it comes to spells and traps, you get Monster Reincarnation. You get even 2 MSTs. Oh my gosh, okay. Then you get 2 Rush Recklessly's. You get 1 Monster Reincarnation, 1 Poison the Old Man, Black Pendant, and Malevolent Nuzzler. So you get 1 each of these, okay. So I guess I'll put those over there. And then finally, traps. So here you get a Pinpoint Guard. This one is not a very well-known one. Once it focuses, it says when an opponent's monster declares an attack, target 1 level 4 lower monster in your graveyard, special summon in defensive position. It cannot be destroyed by battle or by card effects in this turn. Pretty good for a starter deck, right? Pretty good. And then we got 2 Trap Holes, of course. Then you get 2 Dust Tornadoes. I guess I'm running out of space here and just filling up the entire place by this point. 2 Call the Haunteds over there, and then you get a Negate Attack and a Pinpoint Guard. So that's essentially it for the entire deck. Like I was saying, the entire theme around this deck here is the fact that they just give you 2 copies of each one. Basically all these: Ducker Mobile, Mahavilo, Blade Knight, Sabre Dragon, Herald of Creation, Skell Angel, MST, Trap Hole, Dust Tornado, Call the Haunted, Rush Recklessly, Sabre Dragon, and Mystical Elf. The other ones, 1 of each, and then they give you 5 Shatterfoils, and of course 1 secret, being the Odd Eyes Saber Dragon, as you can see right here, which is honestly a pretty cool card, both in terms of how it looks as well as its effects. It's not that bad either. It's actually pretty good. But that's about it. So in the next one, I'm going to be opening up the one known as Dark Legion. Pretty similar to this one in terms of spells and traps at least, but we'll go ahead and explore the differences between that one and this one. So as always, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye everyone, have a great and a fantastic day.